Hello everyone. In today's video I'm gonna try to do a power supply for this computer. This is an 8-bit Amstrad CPC 6128 and this is one of the latest 8-bit computers. I got it from a friend in Spain, and the thing with this computer is that it's got a very special power supply. The computer itself is powered by a 5 volt jack, and the floppy drive, which is right here, it's powered by this cable. And originally this cable was plugged into the CRT monitor that this computer came with. So you would plug this, the computer would plug into the monitor with this cable, and then the monitor would be plugged into the power. So basically the monitor was providing the power for the computer. And so basically we have to find a power supply that can do the two voltages, 5 volts for the computer and 12 volts for the power supply, for the floppy drive. So I found this power supply that came from a external hard drive, and this one can do the 5 volts and the 12 volts. So the only problem with this one is that the connector is very specific to that external hard drive case. So I'm gonna have to modify it a little bit. Shouldn't be too much work and should be doable. So let's get the computer out of the way and start working on the power supply. So I've got some extra cable that may be useful for cutting and making the connections. I got another one. I think I'm probably gonna be using this one just because it's more flexible, and this one is kind of thick. It doesn't seem like it's gonna work very well. And then I've got the connectors. So I got the male and the female, both the 5 volts for the computer and the 12 volt for the floppy drive. So first of all, I'm gonna be cutting this so that I know exactly what I'm gonna find. So let's get this. It's all tangled. Okay, so let's cut it. Okay, so now we have 4 wires, and one of these should be the 12 volt, the other one should be the 5, and there should be a ground. So maybe there's even, according to there's a chart here in the power supply. There seems to be two wires for the ground. So let's check it out. Okay, so power supply is on. Okay, so So there seems to be 7 volts between the green and the red. Five volts. Oh, okay. So five volts is the white and the red. So I'm gonna write that down. So I'm guessing yellow and green should be no. Okay. So there's the 12. The white and the green. Okay. I'm pretty sure the yellow is not being used. So it looks like the white and the red are the 5 volts and the white and green are the 12 volts. Okay, so that should be simple. I got it on paper, and then I got some instructions because apparently they for the 6128 the 12 volt is the tip is negative, so it's gonna be the reverse of the 5 volt to power the disk drive. Okay, so let's do it. Okay, I think what I can do is I can get the connectors soldered in here, and then once I get that, I can just solder it into the actual power supply. So first cable is ready. I'm just gonna confirm continuity, and we can move on to the second one. Okay, so this is gonna be the 5 volts. Okay, and the exterior should go. This is gonna be the ground. Okay, so this one is ready, and we're gonna proceed with the second one. Okay, so the second one, it's gonna be the female, and this one I'm gonna plug it in the same way on the connector side, but then on the other side I'm gonna reverse the connections so that the outside is gonna be the positive. Okay, so I decided that I'm gonna save you the pain of seeing me solder these two connectors because it just took me way too long. So what I'll do is I'll just continue working from here on, and I'm gonna solder these two into the main cable for the power supply. And I got my helping tools, helping hands for making it easier. So this one is the positive 5 volts, so it's gonna go in this red cable, red wire, and I've never been very handy with these helping hands. Let's see if I can get it to work now. Not sure if Okay, I think that worked. So now the same with actually, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do the same with the 12 volt, which was the green. That's too long. Well, that's fine. I can just actually. Okay, so the 12 volt is gonna go in reverse with, so it's gonna get the cable for the ground. Okay, so solder is good. I think it'll be okay. So now I just need to make sure that I get these 3 wires plugged together, and yeah, I don't know if that's gonna be easy. Doesn't look like it will, but it has to be done. Okay, so this is gonna be ground actually. So what I can do is I can just remove some of the insulation from this one. It's gonna be the ground, so no problem. Actually, I could remove all the insulation altogether. Okay. Okay, so I think I can get these 2. Okay, I think this is good. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use some either electrical tape. I think I'm gonna use electrical tape here, so that because this right here is the 12 volt and I don't want it to have any chance to make contact with the other ground cable. So that one I'm gonna tape it, and okay, and I think that'll be done. I was gonna use some brush electrical, one of those liquid electrical tape, but mine is all dried up, so I'm gonna have to use this electrical tape, and that should do it. So this one is the 12 right here. I don't know, am I using too much electrical tape? Maybe I can even kind of cut it in half. It's just this little part right here. Okay, got it. Actually, that should be enough. Okay. Yeah, that way. Okay. It actually, it doesn't, I mean, it doesn't look great, but it's pretty good. It's pretty solid. So what I'm gonna do now is put this heat shrink tube that I had ready, and hopefully it'll fit. And it doesn't. Oh, I was afraid of that. See if I can get it to fit. Yeah, with all these connections, I was afraid that that could happen. And if that's the case, well, I can use some other heat shrink that I have. Actually, maybe I can get it to fit. Yeah, there you go. So it's not gonna look that terrible as I was thinking. Okay, I think that's it. Let's see. Okay, I think my next step is I'm gonna get another heat shrink on top of this one just to make it look a little bit better. But in the meantime, I can get it plugged into the wall and test it and see if it works. So we're gonna be testing voltage, and we expect 2 digits. So let's see. This one should be the 5 volt. Oh yeah, the inside is the positive. So there you go, 5 volt. And then right here is gonna be the other way around. So the inside is the okay, this one is gonna be measured differently because the outside is the positive and the inside it's got some sort of spring. Let's see if I can get it. Okay. And when I try to put in the lead inside, but there you go, it's 12 volt. Okay, so that's working. So technically the power cable is completed, but I'm just gonna make it a little bit nicer. Actually, I'm gonna power it off and make it a little bit nicer here in the connection, and that should be good to go. Okay, so black electrical tape. And that's it. Again, it's obviously not looking like a factory made cable, but at least it's gonna be working. And okay, so what we can do now is just bring in the computer. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna clean my desk and my work area. Okay, here we are back with the computer, and I'm gonna be plugging in the cables. So that goes to the 5 volt, the 12, okay, and yeah, and we plug it in, and we got power. So and it is powering on. It is powered on right now. Okay, so I think this is it for this video. I'll make another video with a showing this computer plugging into a monitor, but right now for this video I think the purpose was just to make that power cable. Thank you very much for watching, and see you on a different video. Bye bye. This is a follow-up video for the power adapter for the CPC 6128. So the power adapter works fine. I tested it, and it's been working for a while now without any problems. And one thing that happened when I first tested it is that the video image from the CPC, from the computer, started flickering, and the computer started resetting. Initially I thought it was because of the power supply, and I tried checking the power supply with other stuff, and it seemed to be working fine. And at some point I remember that my friend who shipped this computer to me, he did replace some of the memory chips with socketed chips. So I opened the CPC, and turns out that some of the almost all of the memory chips, as you can see, yes, so some of the memory chips have been put in a socket, and looks like from transportations some of these chips got out of the socket, and that was the problem. So what I did is I just pushed them back in. Pretty simple fix, and it all's been working since then. So just wanted to follow up and basically finish this video by telling you that the CPC is working fine. It's been working well for a while. I've been testing it with at this point I can only test it with basic, because I have no floppy disk for this computer yet. However, I've got a GoTech floppy disk emulator, and I'm gonna be installing it, but that's gonna be in a different video. So thanks for watching. Bye bye.